2022 presidential candidate. We will talk of the politics later on, but he's equally a former police officer who served coincidentally at that police station, Central Police Station. Prof, as a presidential candidate, a leading political figure in the country, your comments on that?
Thank you very much, and I'm very glad to see you back. Now I can smile. First of all, I'm so sad. It's very heartening. I did call Mr. Kanja before I came here to speak with him on a friendly basis. And what I can say at the moment, now that I've seen the news that I didn't see before, that the complainant was Mr. Lagat, what we need to know is this. Number one, why is Lagat still attending press conferences if he knows he's a complainant? Is he attending a press conference when he knows that the cause of death of this person has come as a result of his complaint? Number two, Lagat should be suspended with immediate effect to go home until the inquiry is done. Number three, the officers who went to Homa Bay, if they were from the DCI, their names should be made public, and they should equally be suspended with immediate effect. And number four, the manner in which he was arrested, whether the law was followed, whether there was a probable cause, whether there was a complaint. There are police stations in Homa Bay where he ought to have been taken and been processed, because courts in Homa Bay have jurisdiction over this matter.
Prof, I asked you that question. On one front, that you are a former police officer, on the other, you are a professor of law.
Yes.
Ideally, when one is arrested in a situation like this, in a place far away from the city, are there legal provisions that allow that person arrested to be transported to Nairobi?
First of all, we have what we call Miranda rights. Miranda is a case which went to the House of Lords in the United States in 1965, where he was arrested, taken to court without his rights being read to him. And also, there was no probable cause as to why he was being arrested. He did not have a right to, he was not even given his right to counsel. So in this case, if the complainant was Mr. Lagat, did he actually book that in the OB? We need to see that OB, because he was the complainant.
The occurrence book.
Did he write a statement to that effect? We need to see that statement. Did he have evidence? We need to see that evidence. And then, was this gentleman, the late, accorded his constitutional rights? Was he told why he was being arrested? Was he afforded the right to have a lawyer present? And why was he arrested and driven for so long and then found dead? I worked in Central Police Station. That was my first duty, station of duty, when I came from Kiganja as a constable, and I was actually given the first sentry duties. Have they suspended the wrong people?
Prof, police are hinting of a case of suicide. You don't
I don't
believe
think
that,
so.
do you?
I don't believe. I just finished my doctorate in criminal justice, and I'm graduating next month in Tampa, Florida. I've done this course full-time for 6 months, and I don't see why they should come up and say that it's suicide. How? Who was there? If the person said he was suicide before the autopsy, then let us find out whether he killed himself. He was able to bang his head on the wall and then kill himself. Can you bang your head until you die?
Prof, we have a lot to discuss in terms of the country's current status, and we'll come to that later on in this broadcast. But one final question just on this. If you are the president tonight and you see that story on air, what would you do?
I'll suspend everybody in the police.
Everybody, you mean the high-ranking or all?
Yes, the people responsible. I will not suspend Kanja in this case, because I don't think whether Kanja sent his deputy to complain. It also took him by surprise. That's as far as I'm concerned. But there is artistic expression, which is part of freedoms, which are fundamental. When you artistically express yourself, you are airing up what is actually within the conscience of the preamble of the Constitution. Why should a policeman of that high ranking come out and complain against a Kenyan who has expressed himself constitutionally? I'll sack him, and then if it was in the US, this man would be charged with second-degree murder. And what I want to see is, I want to find out how this investigation is going. And if I was to be the president, obviously it will not reach where it has reached. I would have put the man in jail, pending investigation so that he doesn't tamper with evidence. And that's what we can see now.
Fair enough, Prof. We have a lot to discuss. Let's get to other stories. We'll come back to the interview to talk of the country's current status, politically, economically, and Professor Wajackoyah's second stab at the presidential